Ladies and gentlemen, today we need to talk about something quite fascinating that happened in China's EV and tech world. Yesterday, Xpeng held its AI Day, and while the event was packed with big announcements, one headline grabbed nearly everyone's attention, and for good reason. Xpeng unveiled some truly ambitious technology, including their new robot prototype and an autonomous driving system that, according to them, actually performs better than Tesla's full self-driving. That's right, Xpeng claims that in their internal testing, their self-driving capabilities outperform Tesla's. And not just that they're planning to start rolling out this advanced system as early as next year. It's a bold statement and a serious milestone if it holds true. But it also sparked a lot of thoughts about what this means for the EV landscape, especially for NIO, one of Xpeng's biggest domestic rivals. Let's break this down step by step. This is not financial advice. Please do your own research. So Xpeng's AI Day wasn't just about AI. For show, they introduced an entire lineup of upgrades, including robotics, autonomous driving, and advanced computing capabilities. But despite all these major announcements, the market didn't exactly react with excitement. Xpeng's stock didn't rally. In fact, some investors were unimpressed. That reaction says a lot about how the market views innovation versus originality right now. The most talked about part was definitely their autonomous driving system. Xpeng executives proudly stated that in head-to-head internal tests, their car's self-driving software performed better than Tesla's FSD. Remember, this is based on their own internal testing. Real-world performance remains to be seen. They even mentioned that the technology is ready for a commercial rollout next year. Now, that's a massive claim, and it immediately made me think of NIO, because while Xpeng is getting attention for its AI breakthroughs, NIO is already listed among the few carmakers in China certified for Level 3 autonomous driving. And that's a big deal. If you look at the official government-approved list of automakers authorized to offer Level 3 systems, NIO is right there on the front page. Tesla isn't. Xpeng isn't either, at least not yet. Possibly they'll be added later, maybe along with Li Auto. But for now, NIO is one of the key players recognized at that level. Now, to clarify, Level 3 autonomous driving doesn't mean full self-driving. We're still one level away from that. Level 4 would be where the vehicle can handle nearly all situations without human intervention. But Level 3 already represents a major step toward that goal. It means the car can drive itself under most conditions while the driver can relax, maybe take their hands off the wheel, and let the system take full control from point A to point B, all while staying ready to intervene if something unexpected happens. So when Xpeng made those bold statements about surpassing Tesla, it was only natural to compare that to NIO's existing progress. And here's where it gets interesting. NIO has already been preparing for something major in November, an update to their NIO World model, which integrates their next-generation autonomous driving feature. This isn't new. They actually introduced this system back in May, across all the latest models in their main lineup. However, that's an important distinction. This feature is exclusive to NIO's main brand. Their sub-brand, unveiling, doesn't have access to this level of self-driving technology yet. It's reserved for the premium models, which shows that NIO is still positioning itself as a leader in cutting-edge smart mobility within the higher-end segment. What's coming in November, though, is expected to be a massive upgrade. People are speculating that NIO might push even closer to Level 4 functionality, given how responsive their vehicles already are under current conditions. Think about how their navigation on pilot system performs today, how it reacts to obstacles, sudden traffic changes, or emergency stops. NIO vehicles already show an incredible ability to handle unpredictable situations with smooth precision. If NIO's November update improves that even further, we could be looking at one of the most capable semi-autonomous systems in China, perhaps even the world. But while Xpeng made its big reveal and talked up its comparisons to Tesla, the market wasn't buying the hype. Despite the excitement around their robot and AI systems, Xpeng's stock didn't move in a positive direction. In fact, discussions across social platforms and investor forums started labeling Xpeng as a copycat, particularly because their new robot looks strikingly similar to the Tesla bot that Elon Musk revealed earlier. Of course, Xpeng isn't new to ambitious projects. They've been working on flying vehicles for some time, and they have legitimate engineering expertise. But when it comes to the robot, it seems like the similarity to Tesla's design didn't help their case. Investors want to see original innovation, not just recreations of what others are already doing. Still, I think there's enough room in the market for everyone. The EV and AI industries are massive and growing fast. But as competition intensifies, companies that stand out are the ones doing something truly unique. For instance, look at NIO. Their battery swapping technology is a perfect example of originality paying off. When NIO first introduced its power swap stations, it was a totally new concept, something that no other EV maker had successfully executed at scale. And now, that system has become NIO's signature feature. If another automaker introduces a similar concept today, it's almost instantly seen as a copy of NIO's idea because NIO did it first, and they did it exceptionally well. There's nothing wrong with borrowing ideas in tech, of course, but being the originator often means you earn more respect, credibility, and investor confidence. That's why NIO's long-term strategy continues to stand out. The company isn't just chasing trends, it's creating them. They focus on building unique technology ecosystems rather than trying to imitate others. Even their vehicle designs look distinct, from their flagship sedans to their SUVs. You can tell at first glance that it's a NIO. And when you listen to NIO's CEO during their product launches, especially during the introduction of the ES8, you'll notice he often repeats one phrase: industry first. He said it multiple times because NIO genuinely takes pride in pioneering new standards. They're not in the business of replicating, they're in the business of leading. One of the most overlooked examples of this is NIO's work in semiconductor development. NIO was actually the first Chinese new energy automaker to start producing its own in-house chips. Their self-developed computing chip still remains one of the most powerful among domestic EV makers, boasting an astonishing 1028 TOPS tera operations per second of computing power. That kind of processing capacity enables faster decision-making for autonomous driving, better integration with AI systems, and higher reliability on the road. To this day, no other Chinese NEV company has reached that level of chip performance in a production vehicle. So when Xpeng says their software is better than Tesla's, that's interesting, but NIO's foundation in both hardware and software innovation gives it a serious advantage. It's a reminder that while the competition is heating up, originality still matters most. At the end of the day, Xpeng's AI Day brought a lot of exciting promises: new robots, smarter cars, and bold comparisons to Tesla. But the market's lukewarm response suggests that investors are becoming more discerning. They don't just want to hear big claims, they want to see proof of innovation that stands on its own. Meanwhile, NIO continues to move quietly but confidently, pushing its own technology forward without trying to copy anyone. Whether it's their battery swapping, unique designs, or self-developed chips, NIO's focus has always been on creating a distinct identity, and that's what's kept them relevant even in an increasingly competitive EV market. So while Xpeng's announcements made noise, NIO might soon deliver the real breakthrough that shifts the conversation yet again, especially with their November autonomous driving update right around the corner. Let's see how this plays out, but one thing's for sure: the race for smart mobility leadership in China is far from over. And as these companies push toward full autonomy, it's becoming clearer who's innovating and who's just imitating. Thank you for joining us today. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more stock predictions and market insights. Remember to turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. Happy investing, and see you in the next video.